Hi, welcome to this video. I hope you enjoy it. I'm Alejandro, I'm from Mexico City, and I'm going to explain microphone basics. Transducers are devices that can change any energy type to another energy type. There are many kinds of transducers. For example, a computer keyboard change the pressure of your finger into voltage pulses that say your computer you're pressing a character or a letter. Another type of transducer could be a studio monitor or any speaker, but the kind of transducer we're interested in now is a microphone. A microphone could change the sound pressure variations into voltage variation. This step is known as audio signal. There are many types of different microphones. The first one is the ribbon, that is pretty much fragile. The dynamic is more resistant. The carbon microphone that was used long ago by the army, for example. The condenser microphone or the piezoelectric microphone. We're gonna talk about the dynamic and the condenser. The dynamic microphone, it's very resistant into sound pressure variations. This make a dynamic microphone a good idea or a good choice to perform live or a live recording or any kind of show. These kind of microphones are very directional. This means that you can isolate the noises around in the room or from another instrument. For example, if you have a drum kit, you can isolate the sound of the snare that the ones that came from the hi-hat or some tom or the floor tom or the kick. I know the possibilities with this mic are pretty nice when it came to isolate sound. The condenser mic are more useful for studio recording because there are mics that can take a pretty nice sound of the room. These microphones are not a pretty nice option of vocals or acoustic instruments in live gigs because they are more often affected by feedback, this horrible feedback. The principal characteristic of these microphones is that they need the phantom. You can find this button of phantom power in your recording system with a +48 or a phantom or PTHM, I don't know. We're gonna talk about the microphones of SM58 of dynamic. As you can see in this frequency response graphic, it has a decay in the low frequencies. This make this microphone a good microphone to capture the voice. This chart is of the AKG C3000. That actually is the mic that I'm using to record this. As you can see, it has a pretty little decay at low frequencies and a kind of crazy shapes at the high frequencies. In the middle frequencies, medium low or medium high, you can see how the microphone's responses almost flat to these frequencies. This make this microphone a good option to place in your studio to get a really nice voice and a really nice acoustic recording. There are other situations that can affect the response of a microphone. One of these is a polar pattern. The polar pattern is a graphic that shows more or less the areas that a microphone will pick up a better sound and which one will reject. The first one is the omnidirectional pattern. This is basically that your microphone will record anything in the room, anything in all directions. Another one is the cardioid. This is more directional. Many of the dynamics microphones has this polar pattern, the cardioid. As you can see, is designed to record the things that are in front of the microphone and a little bit the sides of them, but nothing behind the microphone. This is very useful, as I already said, to record, for example, many instruments that are together or that are in a small space. Another kind of this polar pattern is supercardioid, that is more directional. Another is the one of figure of 8. This is a quite nice polar pattern because, as you can see in the graphic, it shows that the microphone can record the stuff that is in front of it, but also the stuff that is behind the microphone. This kind of recording, or this kind of polar pattern, allows to the microphone to record, for example, two people talking at the same time, or it's also used to get a real stereo or a real 3D kind of 3D recording. It's pretty realistic. You can play with these polar patterns, the frequency responses graphic of your mics, to have very nice results. I want to give a special thanks to Berklee College of Music for the teaching of this course, that is Introduction to Music Production, and we're going to take these assignments and get it on YouTube, and I hope you really like this video and I can teach you a little bit of what I'm learning.